Me running to
Gotta
spread that
find
word.
something to teach them that there's another way.
Don't tell nobody, all right? You heard?
There is another way.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna check on the website to check if they update that information. But as of right now, his release date's next year.
Alrighty, now we have
Let's see what's coming up.
CRABTREE.
Okay.
Who?
Recording in progress.
All right, next.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you please state your name and DLC number for the record?
My name's Luther CRABTREE, and my DLC is 290760.
Mr. CRABTREE, my name is Miss Lacey.
CRABTREE.
On the
Nice to
camera
meet
with me are my colleagues, Mrs. Fields and Mr. James. And we are the 3 parole board members who are responsible for conducting your parole eligibility hearing today.
Okay.
I understand that this is the first time you've ever met a parole board. Is that correct?
What do you guys think this guy did?
Okay, I can't hear you, sir.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start by telling you what we're going to do today.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the crimes in which you've been convicted of and the reason why you are before the board today. I know that you don't have any prior record because I've done a lot of research on you already. So we won't have to discuss that. Also, we know that you don't have disciplinaries. Well, you've got some, but you haven't been getting them the whole time that you've been there. So we'll talk a little bit about your disciplinaries and where we're going to go with that. Then we'll talk about any programs that you've done, how you feel like these programs have benefited you and how they can help you in the future. Because this is an opportunity for parole, we will talk about things like where will you live, where will you work, do you have support in the community, those type of things.
Okay.
Once we finish talking to you about all the things that we want to talk about, and I'm going to ask you questions. My colleagues may come back and ask you a question. If you don't understand, just say, can you please repeat that? I didn't understand that. We're going to be more than happy to clarify for you so you can have a fair hearing. Once we finish asking you questions, we will give you an opportunity to address the board. At that point in time, if you have questions or you have statements that you would like, that you feel like are critical to the decision-making process, you'll have an opportunity to address us at that time. Once you've talked to us, we'll go off camera, discuss your case, come back and render a decision.
Okay.
All right. So remember, if you have a question, say, stop. Can you please explain that, before we move forward? Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mr. CRABTREE. I have you listed as 50-year-old Luther CRABTREE, DLC number 290760. You are currently in medium custody at the Luther Lucky Correctional Complex, where you are serving a 17-year sentence after being convicted of rape second, violent crime, sex crime, sexual abuse first degree, violent crime, sex crime, and bail jumping.
This is live.
You have served approximately 8 years and 11 months of that sentence. You have approximately 6 years and 7 months remaining. You do not have any restorable good time loss, but you do have 183 non-restorable good time days loss and 259 meritorious good time days loss. And you do not have any detainers. Is that information accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go back and talk about these crimes in which you have been convicted of and the reason why you are before the board today. What did you do?
I raped a girl. Held her down and raped her.
Who was she?
Her name was Tiffany McDaniels.
How did you know Tiffany?
Through her mom.
How did you know Tiffany's mom?
She's married to my brother.
Okay, so Tiffany's mom is married to your brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Which made her your niece, so to speak.
Yeah.
She's not your brother's biological daughter, is that correct?
No.
Okay.
She is not.
How old was she when this happened?
18.
I'm sorry?
She was 18.
She was 18.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it says she was mentally incapacitated. What does that mean?
She had seizures.
She what?
Yes, she had seizures.
She has seizures.
Yes, ma'am.
Was she also intoxicated?
She had one drink.
She had one drink.
Yes, ma'am.
Did her mother give her permission to have sex with you?
No.
Did you ask her mom and her mom gave you permission?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Did her mother and your brother get convicted of crimes as well?
They got charged for something. I don't know what they got charged for.
Okay, so they did.
Yes.
And okay. And it looks like Linda got 7 years. And what about your brother? You gonna tell me you don't know how much time your brother got?
I never did even talk to him. I don't even hang around him no more.
I could start the stream again.
Mr. Crabtree,
I'll start
why
it back
did you
up.
think this was okay?
Because I just thought it would be okay in my mind, but I should have never done it, and I take full responsibility that I did that to an innocent person.
Do you have sisters?
Yes.
You have uncles?
I got 3 sisters, and yes, I have uncles.
What would you think about your uncles if they did this to your sisters?
I would hate them.
What do you think your victim thinks about you right now?
She probably hates my guts and never wants to ever see me ever again.
If you could say something to Tiffany, what would you say to her?
I'd say, I'm sorry for whatever I did to you, and I should have never done it to you, and I'm very sorry what happened to you.
I switched phones.
You also had a bail jumping. What happened? You just decided, you weren't going to go to court for this or what?
No, I was in Murray County, and I couldn't get back, so they came and picked me up and took me to jail.
Okay.
It looks better on this
So
one.
as previously stated, I'm looking at your prior record, and you did, you had like a failure to wear seatbelt, but you also had some previous EPO DBOs that are a little concerning. What were they about?
It was my ex-girlfriend. She kept trying to get me in trouble and get me arrested, lying on me and stuff.
So she was lying on you, saying what?
That I was being mean to her, threatening her and stuff.
Well, you've had 2 of them. Was Pamela your girlfriend?
Yes, she's one of them that tried to get me in trouble too. But
And the other one's name is Christina. Was she your girlfriend too?
it was my wife.
Christina was your wife.
Yes, me and her was married.
Okay. Well, were you making threats and abusing Christina?
I was just cussing her and stuff, cussing her out, and that's pretty much what I've done.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think?
Let's talk about these disciplinaries that you've had.
Okay.
So have you been stealing while you've been in prison?
Only some extra food patties, so I have some extra food to eat.
Some food.
Why are you stealing food?
Because I don't have no money.
So you don't have anybody that sends you any money to put
I
on
do
your
now.
card?
I do.
Okay.
I do now. My oldest sister.
Your oldest sister's been helping you a little?
Yeah. Me and her talks back on the porch.
What is obtaining money, goods, and privilege services with false pretenses? What is that?
You talking about the patties, the meat
Well,
patties?
I have one of them is a still in possession of stolen goods, and then the other one is, let me see what this one is.
Oh, bad. This guy
It's
has bad
taking
charges.
money. I guess you was caught up in that institutional scam where they were putting money on their account. Was you caught up in that?
Yes, I was.
Okay, we know about all that. How much money did you get?
I've only got like I only spent like 60,
Okay.
62.
Mr. Crabtree, do you have a GED or high school diploma?
No, do not, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm just, if I get out, I'm gonna get my disability back.
Why are you drawing disability?
SSI.
SSI? Okay, well, I mean, you're 50 years old, so what's your disability?
Illiterate and
Oh, okay.
having nosebleeds.
So you were struggled a little bit in school and was possibly in special ed classes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that helps me quite a bit because that lets me know that you might not be able to earn a GED. Thank you so much for telling us that.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking something that I wanted to say, but that'll definitely get me
So
hit.
we know you've been in special ed, but you know right from wrong, don't you?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
And you knew that this crime was not a good crime for you to commit.
No, it was not.
All right. Well, you went through the sex offender treatment program, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell us what you learned in that program.
I've learned to treat people with more respect and have them. I can't spit it out.
Stop being
It's
a
okay.
raper.
Take your time.
What was the question again?
What did you learn in the sex? So let me word this differently. What did you learn in the program? And I'm gonna ask you questions, and you just kind of answer me, okay? I think that might help a little bit more. About your victim. Tell me what you learned about Tiffany, about what you did to Tiffany.
I've learned a lot of things that I've hurt her really bad, to the point probably where she's having treatments and going to psych doctors and stuff.
Yes, that there's possibility that she has some long-term effects from what happened to her.
Yes, ma'am.
And I imagine she feels pretty betrayed. I mean, you know, it was her mother, her father, and her uncle that were involved in this.
Damn.
Those are people that you're supposed to be able to trust, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you learned that about your victim. Did they teach you any? You said that you learned how to treat people with more respect. Did you learn anything about boundaries?
I've learned stuff about boundaries too, how to not step over the line of wrong stuff and wrong things.
What's a boundary that you know you don't ever want to cross again?
Raping somebody else. I do not want to do that ever again.
Yeah. The only time you have permission to have sex with anyone is when they give you permission.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Okay, so if Tiffany was drunk, could she tell you yes?
No, she did not.
Okay. You forced yourself on her.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, bad. And the worst part is that the parents, they enabled him to
Mr.
do all of this.
Crabtree, at the time of this offense, it looks like Tiffany, you said she was 18 and you were 41.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how long could your brother been married to her mother?
I don't know how long it's been.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever just view her as a child?
At first I did, and then I just started having my ways.
Okay. Do you have sexual attractions toward young girls?
No, ma'am.
Liar, liar, hair on fire.
Tell me what a healthy sexual relationship looks like.
He doesn't know. He's never had one.
A healthy relationship. And when you got somebody, you're treating them real good and they're being good to you, and you're respecting their boundaries and stuff and their wishes.
Their wishes. I got a wish for you. Wood chipper wish.
Do you understand that you are to be a 20-year sex offender registrant?
Yes, I know that.
What does that mean to you?
Means be scared the rest of my life.
Well, it means that you have to let someone know where you live. Like, you can't just get out and, like, say you live at 1535 Kildare Court one day, and then the next day you decide that you're going to move to 1058 2nd Street. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How's your mental health?
It's okay. I've been taking meds, but I'm doing a lot better since I quit taking them.
So what kind of medication was you taking?
For depression and anxiety.
Why'd you stop taking?
I didn't. It made me too drowsy and stuff, and I didn't want to sleep all the time.
Did you talk to them about putting you on some other type of medications?
No, I have not talked to them about it.
If you're granted parole, do you have a plan to go somewhere else and, talk to somebody else about your depression?
I'm going to start seeing a psych doctor on the streets if I do get out.
That's a good idea. It's important that you know your mental health kind of drives you, okay? So all that stuff that's going on in your brain, it's kind of what you act out on.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right.
I hope not. I hope not, Samantha.
If you're granted parole, where will you live?
Maybe a halfway house.
A halfway house?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have one in mind?
I do, but I can't live with them. That's my brother and my sister.
Okay.
The one I got in trouble with them.
Okay. So
you guys deserve each other.
who lives in Ohio County where this happened?
My brothers, my sisters, and my 2 adult daughters lives there.
Does Tiffany still live there?
No, she lives in Owensboro.
Oh, okay. How do you know that?
Mm-hmm. Good question.
That's where she was when I done this to her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she was actually just visiting or something.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have a history with drugs and alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Was you drinking when this happened?
I had one drink.
I heard that before.
What was you drinking?
Vodka.
How much? How much is one drink?
A couple.
Couple shots?
Maybe a 8-ounce cup.
Oh, that's a pretty big shot.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't touch alcohol or drugs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's an issue that you don't have to deal with then. All right, Mr. Crabtree, I think that you and I have covered enough information for me to be able to make an informed decision. I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues to see if they have anything for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, you sit tight and you answer them like you answered me, okay?
Thank you for sharing,
Thank
JR.
you.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Fields, you have anything for Mr. Crabtree?
I do not. Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Come on, lady.
Mr. James, do you have any questions for Mr. Crabtree?
I got all kinds of questions. Thank you for asking.
I don't have any questions for Mr. Crabtree. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Crabtree, my colleagues don't have any questions for you. Do you have anything else that you would like to say to us before we go off camera and make a decision?
I'm hoping that you give it to me so I can go home and be with my family. Because I don't like being in prison. It's no fun place to live.
You don't say. It's not supposed to be fun to
Mr.
live.
James and I both worked in prisons before. We know it's no fun place to be. It's not a fun place to be for anyone.
No.
You think you're going to be able to not hurt anybody else in the future?
I'm definitely not going to hurt nobody else.
Okay, just keep your seat, sir. We're going to go off camera and talk about your case, and we'll come back and give you a decision.
Okay.
All right.
Recording stopped.
Okay, so for anybody that's wondering, this POS pretty much he victimized an 18-year-old girl that was disabled, and the parents of the child enabled him. They gave the okay for him to do that. So the relationship, the way it worked was his brother was married to his wife, and then the child was not related to the brother. It was just related to the wife. So somehow they ended up coming to an agreement. And I can't even wrap my head around that. Like, how do you come? Like, how does this conversation come up? Like, hey, like it makes no sense. Like, and as an adult, like, how do you approach somebody, or how do you tell somebody that, yeah, okay, have your way? It makes no sense. Let me see. Nana put, did he say why they allowed him to do that? Nah, they didn't get into all of that. Yeah, so this one kind of seemed kind of short compared to the other ones. What do you guys feel? For me, it would be wood chipper time. Throw him in a wood chipper, legs first, preferably, and we'll deal with him after, and then I'll consider whether we could parole him or not. Most of you guys are saying deny. Have you done time, bro? I've never. The only time I've done would be I did a hall time, camp time, and county time. I've never been upstate before. To answer your question, wood chipper, yup. Let me see if it gets out. That's crazy, yup, official. Hey, and if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that subscribe button, and also hit the likes. You know, get us up, get our numbers up, get us to the FYP. Also check out the profile. If you see any videos, preferably the first 5 videos, if you could go ahead and drop some comments on there, share them with the people you love, even share with the people you don't love. You know, the people you might not like, they might like this. Let me see. Tracy, I can't say what I would do to him on here. That's right. Jay writes, laughing out loud. I would writes, did they deny him? Not yet. We're waiting for them right now. So if you look right behind me, we are in a Zoom meeting. This is live. This is actually happening in real time. As soon as it normally takes them a few minutes. Once they come back in, you'll see the screen change right now. Let me see. Did they deny him? No. And then let me see. Hey, Amanda, thank you for sharing the live. Highly appreciate it. This is a community. You know, the only way we're gonna be able to get the word out would be by you helping me out and spreading the word. I could only do so much. I'm right here behind the computer, you know, and I'm relying on you guys to help out. Highly appreciate it. That board is wild. Yup. No, it's too real. Haven't been in the lives in a while. Good to see you. Hey, gracias. Hey, highly appreciate it. Jay, he's getting denied. Hopefully. Hot Mess Express. Hell yeah, I love that name. Hey, share the live. Let me see. Jessica, not the ones we don't love. Laughing out loud. Oh man, Jay Escobar. I will bet my Hellcat he's getting denied. Hell yeah, preferably. And Nana, thank you for sharing with 5 friends. Tracy, thank you for sharing the live. And anybody that's tuning in right now, let me see. I don't know. I haven't. Let me see. Let me move this out the way. I haven't been in a while in a live or live in a while. Amanda, thank you for the like. Yeah, so these are live. I'm not streaming these today on YouTube, but I'm gonna go ahead and edit the video and put it up later. So if you want to catch the first 2 cases were bananas. They're both grapers. They denied one and they let the other one go. He graped somebody. The second dude, he graped somebody, and he unalived her, which was freaking bananas. Let me see, Amanda. I want to know if the mom was. Okay, hey, they're coming in. They're done deliberating. Let's see what it is.
Recording in progress.
Mr. Crabtree, can you still see and hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Let him
Speak
out
up
with no
just a little
sausage.
bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm just trying to make sure that it's on the recording that you can hear me, okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. The board has made a decision based off of the information that we have available and the information that you provided during your interview. We are going to make a recommendation for you to be released on parole supervision.
What?
Okay.
Mr. Crabtree, you will have lots of conditions of supervision. Because you're a sex offender, you will also have some special conditions of supervision. We expect you to follow all of the conditions that your parole officer gives you.
Okay.
We have some conditions that we are placing special emphasis on that I need you to listen to me very carefully, okay, sir?
Okay.
You are not to have contact with the victims or the victim's family while on parole
When can I-
without talking to your probation and
when can I
parole
get that pink
officer in
slip?
advance. Now, what I would say to you is stay away from Tiffany altogether. But I do understand that your brother was involved in this offense. If you want to have contact with your brother or your ex-sister-in-law, you need to talk to your parole officer before you do that, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. You must complete any programs deemed necessary by the Division of Probation and Parole. Now, what that means is you've had a lot of programs. So, we think that, we're okay with the programs that you've had. But your parole officer may see something and say, hey, you know what? Mr. Crabtree might not be able to get a GED, but he can go to voc rehab or he can do something else. And if he tells you to do a program, you do it.
Okay.
Just like it came from us that we said do it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You must complete a mental health assessment in the community and follow those recommendations. Now, you said that you wanted to go and see a psych doctor. We want you to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
If that doctor says that you need to be on medication and they try to find you one that's good for you, you work with that doctor and you get the right meds, okay?
What up,
Okay.
Rhonda?
And the last one is you have to do the sex offender treatment aftercare program.
Okay.
That's going to give you a support that'll help you not do something like this ever again.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. If you have any questions, you talk to your parole officer, okay?
Okay.
And you make sure you go in the office and report every time they tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Crabtree, good luck to you.
Good luck, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Recording stopped.
Hopefully Crabtree gets a job working with wood chippers and his shirt gets stuck on it and somehow ends up in that damn wood chipper. Megan wrote, "You can't treat what he was." Yeah, no, hell no.
Okay.
333 writes, "I feel bad for the victim." JR writes, "Crazy duck." Yes, I'm appalled by Martha. Kathleen laughing my A off. Kathleen, he's free. Yeah, what'd he do? He was an offender. He took advantage of a mentally disabled person.
Mr. Crabtree is going home today.
I'm not sure when he's getting out. Oh, she said today.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Next, let's see who we got coming up next.
Recording in progress.
All right, I'm gonna write their name down. Hold up, so I can look up their charges.
Sir, can you see, hear, and understand me okay?
What do you guys
Yes,
think this
ma'am.
guy did?
I understand you do have a hearing impairment. Do you need any assistance in conducting this hearing today?
No, ma'am. I can hear you clear. Thank you.
All right, sir.